God all right? Oh, yeah. But God is all right. Amen. We give praises to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. To my beloved, to my dear pastor, Dr. Reverend Bernard. And just like all of you, yes, that's my life in so many ways. And one thing I do give him a lot of things for, he believes in the young preachers. He believes in giving them a chance. And I can remember way back when he was at a convention, my pastor, Pastor Paul Williams, was sick, and they asked me to step in his place. I said, okay, but I didn't know that Reverend Phillips, Texas, was going to preach out. Okay, I'm saying, well, I should be going after him and nothing else. And he let me preach before him. And it was a quite an experience. And Reverend Black does things like that, you know, from left field, from right field. He does stuff like that. And it always comes before our blessing. Amen. To his beautiful wife, Sister Black, who has, you know, it's not easy to be a caregiver, amen. And some of you caregivers are, we take our hats off to you, okay? Oh, no, I take our hats off to you and say, I give you some praise. You know, and I keep saying it, and I'll keep repeating it. Years ago, I went to heaven and I stole me an angel. That's my wife. That's another about this, all right? I'm not ready to give her up. She's been through the ups and downs with me, the trials and tribulations. And I thank her very much. And last year we had an addition to our family, no baby. We had Hale back there. He's one of our residents at this time. Amen. Hi, Alex. Amen. He's waiting. Amen. He's been with us, and July will be a year, which is hard to believe. And I thank God for the opportunity to try to help. Amen. Amen. And to the choir. I want to say, you bless my choir. And, you know, it took me back to when I was in the choir. But also, what Pastor said, because I realized when I was in the choir, and I was singing, you know, males in there. There's two males that are still left here at base. They're still here at South Phoenix, and that's song. Miss Deacon McCarthy. Amen. And Reverend Center, who's not here today. Only two males on the left. And I was singing in the choir. So no matter what happens, time keeps going on and on. I thank God for the experience. And for all my fellow ministers. Oh, bless you, brother. I've been you stand for a long time. Huh? You can stand up over there. Huh? Amen. Amen. Let me have them sit down. Okay. One thing I did is this is different for me. I haven't preached in front of a mass audience. Okay, so I only had a mask on, I'm gonna say keep them on. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, like Deacon McCarthy said, COVID is for real. About 2 weeks ago, we had to go with kind of semi-quarantine because the young man was at school and somebody there had COVID. And so automatically we were on quarantine. My white brother-in-law, two of them, had COVID about a couple of weeks ago. One had the family. So COVID is alive and well. Okay, don't take your guard down. Washing your hands, sanitize, and all those things. Okay? Because COVID is alive and well. If you have anybody, you can Zoom. I want to say, hello, you out there in Zoom. I can't see you. But may God, Lord bless you. Amen. And all of you on Zoom. If you have your Bible, turn with me to Psalm 6:2. Psalm 6:2. Amen. I'm coming from King James Version. Okay, so whatever version you're going to do your own translations. Okay, King James Version. And you don't have to, I'm not going to read, I want you to repeat after me. Okay? Psalm 6:2. And it says, have mercy upon me, O Lord.
O Lord,
For I am weak.
for I am weak,
O Lord.
O Lord.
Heal me.
Heal me.
For my bones are vexed.
Or back.
And the theme I'm going to be coming from is dry bones can live again.
Amen.
Dry bones can live again. And those of you who want to follow me with me on Zoom or whatever, if your Bible's here, Ezekiel 37, 1 through 14.
All right. Dry bones.
Ezekiel 37, 1 through 14. Now, the book of Ezekiel was written by a priest or prophet by the name Ezekiel, which means God will strengthen. Ezekiel, like Daniel and the three Hebrew boys, Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, were taken to Babylon, exiled from Israel. Only the poorest of the Hebrews were left in Israel. God took Ezekiel into the midst of the valley, which was full of dead bones. Dead bones usually represent life that has been taken away. The Hebrews had been taken away to another land, Babylon. All life as they knew it had been taken away. They were spiritually dead. If we are not careful, the world, our jobs, our families, and even our churches can zap the life right out of us. Dead bones do not move on their own power. They do not walk, and dead bones do not talk. They cannot laugh or feel pain. There is no love or compassion. There is no belief or disbelief. There is no laughter or joy. Ezekiel saw many bones that were spread out through the valley as he walked. As he walked, he could not help but notice how dry the bones were. They were withered, forked, no moisture. They were brittle, they were dry. This was an indication of how long the bones had been in this condition. Some of us have been dead and dried up for a long time. Or we know someone who was once full of life, but now sorrow and despair has taken over. These bones were not only dry, but separated. A hand over there, and a leg someplace else, an arm over there, and a foot someplace else. A whole valley spread of human bones torn apart by despair and sorrow. In Ezekiel 37:11, God says to Ezekiel, these bones are the whole house of Israel. These bones represent the forlorn and desperate condition to which the whole nation of Israel is reduced. The dead bones, they say, our bones are dry. Our affairs are in the most desperate condition. There is not so much as any hope left of their being retrieved. We are cut off from our parts. We are separated and cut off from one another, like a limb that is cut off from the body. Psalm 137, it says, by the rivers of Babylon. There we sat down, and here we wept when we remembered Zion. This is what happens when Christians sin and separate themselves from God. Here in the valley, like God's chosen people, dead, not sick, not almost dead, but dead, deceased, expired, terminated, gone, departed. Now, before you decide that this scripture is just for the children of Israel, and it does not pertain to us, think twice. Scriptures teach us these references to the house of Israel as a deeper meaning. These scriptures do not only pertain to the Israelites, but to God's chosen people. That includes Christians today. That includes you and me. I can assure you that God is telling Ezekiel that his chosen people are all dead. We are all truly dead when we are cut off from God. Just like there is a separation between the living and the dead, there is also separation when we sin against God. Deep down, you know Jesus is the Savior and the Lord of your life. God asked Ezekiel this question in Ezekiel 37:3. Son of man, can these dry bones live? How would you answer this question? Would you say impossible? Lord, never seen? Or would you say impossible? Or would you say, Lord, I never seen bones come to life? Or would you say, Lord, is this a trick question? Some TV evangelists might say they can speak words of faith to the dry bones, and the dry bones will come to life. An evangelist might say, all you need to do is anoint them with oil, and the dry bones will come to life. Another may say, send us a love offering, you dead bones, and your dead bones will come to life. Another will say, let me lay hands on them, and them dry bones will come to life. Yet what does God, true prophet, say? Ezekiel says, Lord, you alone know. God says in Ezekiel 37:12, he tells Ezekiel, therefore prophesy. Inform these poor, dejected, desponding Israelites of their mistake and retrieve their hope by a new promise and declaration of my purposes of earth toward them. Oh, my people, I am going to open your graves and bring you out from them. I will bring you back to the land of Israel. This is a corpse in his grave cannot dig itself out of his grave. Sinners that have separated themselves from God cannot dig themselves out of their grave. God has to dig us out of our graves. God has to bring us back to life. And God has to bring us out of the valley of dry bones. God is able to bring back the dead physically and spiritually. Dry bones represent the people's spirituality, dead condition toward God. Some churches might seem like dead bones. And dead bones sitting in the pew. Them dry bones sitting in the choir. Then dry bones ushering people in and out of the pews. Even dry bones preaching from the pulpit with no hope of activity. But just as God promised to restore Israel, he can restore any church, no matter how dry or dead it may be. Rather than give up, pray. Pray for them dry bones in Sunday. Pray for them dry bones in your Sunday worship. Pray for them dry bones in your choir musicians. Pray for them dry bones in your prayer music and Bible studies. Have you become a dry bone in the valley? Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. God can raise us up from the grave. He can put a hope back into our lives. He can put the pep back into our step. He can put the sun back into our shine. He can put the joy back into our heart. He can be a bridge for us to cross over troubled water. He can make the blind see and the lame to walk. He can cure the incurable. He can mend broken hearts. Amazing grace, how sweet the soul. The Savior rest like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I'm He is God, and He can. God says to Ezekiel 37:4, prophesy unto these dry bones, and say unto them, oh, dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. If we listen very carefully, we can hear it prophesizing to them dry bones in our churches, to them dry bones in our homes, to them dry bones, to the dry bones in our churches. He says to them, oh, ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Dry bones, if you hear the word of the Lord, God will cause breath to enter into you. He shall cause you to come alive. He will bring tendon upon you. He will bring up flesh upon you. He will cover you with skin. And you shall live and shall know that God is God. These words. And he spoke unto the dry bones. There was a noise. Then do you hear the noise? Oh, yeah. And there was some shaking. Can you feel the shaking? And them old dry bones, they came together. The Spirit of God calls us to come to life. But dry bones is a glorification of God. The only God who brings life to dry bones. He did it for Israel, and he can do it for you. Oh, what joy comes to life. Many of us have been hanging around the graveyards long. We've been singing too many blues. Yeah, but God will. God will. And he will bring it back to life. I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, a time back, I went through a dry bone experience. Oh, yes, I did. I was over at Baseline Missionary Bible Church. And you were going pretty good. You passed away. And then I entered into the valley of dead bones. Oh, right up to God. One day after I'm crying out to God, he put me on a mountain. He said, look down. Even from the time you entered into the valley of dry bones, did you notice any footsteps? I said, no, Lord, I didn't notice any footsteps. And what I didn't notice, even to the present day, God was still showering blessings upon me. And God said, during those times, I was carrying you to the valley of dry bones. Oh, yeah. Jesus. Oh, yeah. How many of you have a dry bone experience? Oh, you got so gone. So knocked down. And God, nobody cared. And then I said, each time I can remember about that experience, I think about God and I go and I say, yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Show me a night. I love it. For me, I love it. Back into my life. Shine back into my life. You want some joy back into my life. Oh, yeah. Have you ever felt sorry? Have you ever gone to your cry and cried tears out? Well, I have. But all I can say now is, yeah. Yeah. Maybe all right. Maybe all right. Yeah. Grab on.